You are listening to KSG Podcast. This is a short, crisp, concise, exam oriented, edited editorial for civil services aspirants. In this podcast, we are going to talk about Tripura's Darlong community in ST list. Source for the content is Debraj Deb's article for the Indian Express. Darlongs, a small community of around 11,000 people in Tripura, was officially included in the list of scheduled tribes after the Lok Sabha passed the Constitution's Scheduled Tribes Order Amendment Bill 2022. Despite being a small community, Darlongs have made their mark in different sectors, including education, public service, music, art, and culture, and proudly flaunt a Padma Shri award given to veteran tribal musicologist and traditional music maestro Thanga Darlong. Now, talking about the tribes of Tripura, the tiny northeast state of 37 lakh people, houses 19 tribal communities. These include Tripuri or Debarma, Reangs or Brus, Jamatia, Noatia, Uchoi, Chakma, Mog, Lushai, Kuki, Munda, Kor, Oram, Santhal, Bhil, Bhutia, Chaimar or Sermai, Garo, Khasi, Lepcha, and Halam. Many of these communities are further divided into subtribes. For example, Kukis have nearly 17 to 18 subtribes within the community. It's an umbrella tribal community including many smaller clans like Khasi, Lushai, Hamars, and other generic clans. In course of time, Lushai, Hamar, Garo, etc. came out of Kuki as separate communities. Halam community also has several subtribes such as Rangkwal, Ranglong, Dab, Chaimar or Sermai, Pong, Karbong, Harbong, Bongcher, etc. Now, who are Darlongs? Darlong is a tribal community of 11,000 people. Despite its small population, the community has a high prevalence of education, cultural activities, and members of the community are serving in different high positions in the local administration. Darlongs, despite being scheduled tribes, were never given ST certificates. Since they were considered a generic tribe under the Kuki community, they were handed their tribal certificates as members of Kuki community. The subsequent identity crisis among them, especially Darlong youths who were equipped with the modern education, culminated in the demand for a separate statutory identity for their own in 1995. The group is a small tribal clan but has produced a high number of educated people proportionate to its population in the state. People from the Darlong community, like many other tribal communities, are now serving in high positions in the state administration, academia, and public services. Tribal musicologist and Rosem maestro Thanga Darlong was conferred the prestigious Padma Shri award a few years back for his contribution to culture. Now, what was the demand? Speaking to IndianExpress.com, El Darlong, a veteran of the Darlong community in Tripura, said, "We were never given our separate identity as Darlongs in official documents. We used to get ST certificates but as Kuki tribes, so the demand arose for giving us recognition and granting honor to the identity. Our demand was fulfilled through the persuasion of Tripura CM Biplop Kumar Deb, and we are grateful." Answering the confusion regarding benefits that would be available to Darlongs now due to the constitutional amendment in the parliament, he said the inclusion of Darlongs as an official subtribe instead of a generic one within the Kuki community was a matter of recognition of the clan's identity. No additional benefit is going to be given to us. S.K. Darlong, president of Darlong Hanam in Zom, a major Darlong body in Tripura, said while people of the community were already getting ST benefits, inclusion of his community in the ST list as a Kuki subtribe is a matter of identity and recognition and pride. The move to include them in the ST list followed a push from CM Biplop Kumar Deb. However, a bill to include Darlongs in the list of STs as a subtribe of Kuki community was first placed before the parliament in December 2016 by the then Tribal Affairs Minister Jual Oram. That's it for this podcast. Thank you so much for listening. To join KSG India courses and to crack the ICE exam, visit ksgindia.com. You can also get a PDF of this podcast on ksgindia.com. Thanks for listening.